Hi, I thought the easiest way to show you what I've been up to as far as template design would be to share a course that I'm designing in which I have adapted a lot of the tools that I've been shown throughout this destinations training. And so I'll share my screen and walk you through some of the things that I found to be engaging and helpful for me that I adapted into my course. So I'm designing an ethics course. I have my own course orientation section that I have used for a long time now. But I added this new section. I really like the choose your own adventure. So I have a choose your own adventure section with instructions and my required attendance activity and all the details for course orientation. And then I wanted to show you some of the other things that I adapted. I really like how all of the templates have the same structure and design, so they're easy to follow. And so I'm in progress of working on this course, but I've pretty much completed chapter 1 and chapter 2, those two modules. So I'll go ahead and scroll down so you can see some of the similarities in the structural design that'll make that easy for the students to use. I have an overview on chapter 1. I have the title of what we're covering, and it links to our free textbook. And then if I scroll to chapter 2, I've set that up the same way. So students know that we are reading chapter 2 and what the topic is, and that also links directly to the textbook. And so after that, I have the usual overview that has the course objectives, tasks, and just a brief paragraph about what we're going to do. As you can see that it's parallel for chapter 1 and chapter 2, and I've set up some of the structure for the others, so I'll just scroll down and you can see I have an overview and learning activities for these 3 modules. Scrolling back up, I adapted the strategy of naming that was in the 2250 template, I believe, to try to engage the students more with different learning activities. I used different words here like explore, watch, read, journal. I'm planning on using things like investigate, discover. And then I also use the strategy of naming the assignments to submit for grading, something interesting and engaging. So this first one you'll see is called You May Not Be Who You Think You Are. And then for my Choose Your Own Adventure, I have Impact of Moral Relativism on Your Social Relationships. And then this case study is actually discussed in our textbook, Is Sati Morally Acceptable? And I'm going to be adding a third option for the Choose Your Own Adventure. And then I have also added a reflection, and I've turned it into a discussion that's so students can share their key takeaways from this module, and it's just basically a nice place for everybody to land and summarize what went on during their learning experience, and for them to also share which Choose Your Own Adventure template that they completed. So the reflection summary is meant to be just a short kind of repository of their work. So it's only worth 10 points and they don't really have to respond to everyone. But I think that students really like to see what other people are doing in the class. So I left this space open for them, and that also will be in each module. If I scroll down a little further, you'll see I've set up the chapter 2 in the same way with the overview, learning activities, the journaling, the videos, explore, the reading, the submit to grading section. Then we have our class discussion with some interesting titles. Hopefully they're engaging. My Choose Your Own Adventure and the reflection summary. So that follows the same structure throughout the course. And those are some of the things that I've already implemented. And I'm reflecting on some of the other things that I want to implement into my teaching. I will stop sharing my screen, and I hope that gives you a nice idea of how I plan to use the course, the destinations course, and the templates as a way to engage my students, make them feel like they belong, have a voice, uh, give them a variety of diverse assignments, and all of those things align with my personal teaching strategy. So I found them very helpful, and I really appreciate all the help Kelly gave me in setting up the Choose Your Own Adventure. Thank you to everybody.